Oh my gosh, it's the fourth episode of Taylor Talking Podcast. I'm really excited for this episode because I'm going to get into some pretty deep stuff, I guess. We're going to be talking about friendship today and how it can be both a good and a bad thing. I've got a lot of good and a lot of bad experience, mostly bad experience with friends. And my experience, I don't know. It seems like all of the quote unquote friends I've had either like don't hold me in the same regard that I hold them in, or maybe they just don't like me as much as I like them. I don't know. It's weird. Like, ever since I was in school, I never really had a ton of friends. You know, I was kind of a weird kid. I wasn't a popular kid by any means, but I wasn't like a nerd. I mean, I was kind of a nerd, but I wasn't one of the nerds. You know what I mean? Which nowadays, being one of the nerds means you're like one of the cool kids. So it's funny how that works out. But anyways, yeah, I've had friends. Obviously, I had close friends through high school, but then I graduated and I ran away from home and I moved to California. I went from the Midwest, where people are sunshine and daisies and super happy and lovely for the most part, to the West Coast, where nobody gives a shit about anybody but themselves, and they will do whatever it takes, including walk all over you and stab you in the back, if it will get them higher up in the world. That's been my experience. Don't get me wrong. I met some great people in California, and I had experiences that I will never forget, but a lot of those were also really, really bad. I was in the worst relationships of my entire life when I was living in California. I have a lot of trauma because of things that have happened to me while I was in California. And not to say that these things wouldn't have necessarily happened to me if I was anywhere else in the world, but I don't know. I just feel like the Hollywood culture, lifestyle, whatever, is very dog eat dog. Which, when you're trying to build like lasting friendships, isn't very good. So, yeah, I am so desperate to make new friends that I think I come off as desperate and it makes people not want to be my friend, which I understand. But it sucks when you go through life feeling like the only people you have are like your fucking mom and your boyfriend. Because one day they're not going to be there anymore. And if I don't go first, I'm going to be alone. God, that's a terrifying thought. Anyways, let's go on a lighter subject. Friends. Making friends is so much fun. I love meeting new people. I like finding what people are interested in. I like learning new things through people. I don't know, it's an awesome world. It's a big world. There's really creative and interesting people out there. And I love people watching. Even if I'm not talking to people, I could just watch people for hours, which kind of makes me sound like a stalker. I'm not, I swear. I'm relatively normal. But yeah, things are a lot better when you have friends. It's so there's just something about being able to pick up the phone and call that one person and just talk about anything, nothing, everything. I don't have that with anybody. And that's really sad to me. And I've tried so hard. I've tried so many things. I've tried talking to people in public. I've tried, this is going to sound so fucking pathetic. I've installed like friend finder apps, and I always end up removing those because it's just people that want to have sex, or like it's just people that want to have like threesomes, and I'm not about that. That's not something I want. I just want a friend that I can go to like brunch with. I just want to go get mimosas and like maybe do pedicures, or I don't know, like I've never gone on a girls trip. How sad is that? How fucking sad is that? I've never gone on a girls trip. Well, I mean, I went to Colorado with my friend Shelby for my birthday, but she was sick for a lot of that trip, which in result, I ended up spending a lot of that trip by myself, which kind of sucked because it was my birthday, but it's whatever. She still went with me, which meant a lot. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, that's like really the only thing I can think of in terms of like a quote unquote girl trip. Which, goddamn, I'm beginning to realize how much of a fucking loser I am. So anybody listening to this podcast, if you're in the Des Moines area, I want to be your friend. I'm not a loser. I'm not a sappy loser. I swear to fucking Christ, I'm a lot of fun. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have Drew on here later because I'm really interested to see the male perspective. Because, like, friendship between guys and friendship between girls is like apples and oranges. It's two totally different things. Dudes don't give a fuck about anything. And girls give way too many fucks about everything. Like, but I will say the men have some drama. Like, I think men might rival women in the drama field. It's kind of crazy nowadays. But we'll get into that later. I am really, really, really excited to hear what he has to say on the topic. And I hope you guys are too. For as negative as I'm being, though, like, I do have friends. It just sucks because they don't live in the same city as me. And, like, the friend that I have recently made that does live in the same city as me, she's moving away. She got a job in Vermont, so she's going to be moving away at the end of the month, which sucks. But we've got to enjoy some time together before she moves, so that's good. My other friend, my gay best friend Patrick, he will hopefully be on the podcast at some point. He just has to come see me, or I have to go see him. He lives in Cedar Rapids. I live in Iowa. It's about 2 hours away, so it sucks. I miss him. I love my gay best friend Patrick, and I miss him in my life. I miss going to the gay bar with him. I miss being a drunken idiot with him. Yeah, it's also really hard when, like, I don't go into an office for work, so I don't even get to see, like, my work friends. I talk to them on Slack, and that's about it. We have, like, our Facebook Messenger, but it's totally different than being able to actually go and, like, physically see your friends. Talking to somebody is great, but after a while, like, you need human contact. Drew's been really good. He's got a surprise planned for me this weekend. I have no idea what it is. He's been talking about it for months. Hopefully this will be, a fun little thing to pull me out of the weird slump that I've been in. I'm really excited for it. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea what it is. All I know is that we have to go drop Tito off in Cedar Rapids at my parents' place because we're staying the night somewhere. That's all I know. So super, 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 super excited for that. It's going to kind of suck if he built it up for all this time and then it is just lame. But I very highly doubt it. He's usually pretty good at surprises. Surprises. Yeah. I'm hoping to possibly get some other people on here too. I definitely want to do some interviews. One of my girlfriends does a lot of local work. She's a singer, really talented singer. She's trying to build her, acting career. So I'm hoping she's going to be on. I just need to get some more microphones so I can record more people. I'm hoping to get my friend Corey on here. Like I said, I want to have Patrick on here. I want more people to be on the show. I'm also going to try to have longer episodes because I've been given some feedback by Patrick, and he felt that 35 minutes just wasn't long enough. So now I'm going to strive to have hour-long episodes because that's apparently what the people want. I'm honestly surprised. I didn't think you guys would want to even hear me talk for 35 minutes, but it makes me feel really good that you guys are liking the podcast. So I'm going to keep doing it. So I think one of the reasons why I don't feel like I have like super strong friendships is because like I don't really have any childhood friends. Like, I don't really have any friends that I went to elementary school with. I've got people that I still talk to that I went to high school with, but I mean, we're not like best fucking friends, you know. Honestly, ever since I stopped reaching out first, I haven't really heard from them, which really makes me sad. But I have set a boundary for myself. I am no longer going to fight for things that I shouldn't be fighting for. I should not be putting in effort for friendships that it's not reciprocated, right? Like, if I'm bending over backwards and doing everything I can to try to make a friendship work and spend time with each other and, you know, include you in my life, but there's no, I guess, no reciprocation, like, that just seems unfair. I'm a really good friend. Like, I go above and beyond for my friends. I go hard for my friends. I want them to succeed, and I'm going to do everything I can to help them succeed. But that's never returned, in my opinion. Which is why I feel like I don't have a lot of friends. Oh, God, that makes sense, huh? But, yeah, it sucks. Like, I feel like a lot of the people that are my quote-unquote friends are more of just acquaintances. And I feel like instead of cheering me on and having my back, they're judging me and secretly wishing I would fail. And this just goes back into what I was saying earlier about how I've been fucked over by a lot of different people. So I guess this is really just me being jaded. But yeah, like, I don't have those lifelong friends that other people have. I have friends that I've had for, you know, about 10 years, and I appreciate those friendships. I really do. Like, my girlfriend Brandy, my girlfriend Danny, we don't see each other or maybe talk a ton, but the friendships we have are genuine. Like, they are good. Just like with my buddy Patrick. Like, we may not see each other a whole lot, and we may go, you know, maybe a week without talking. But when we start up again, it's like we never even stopped. Like, we just have, and sometimes friends need to know when to let the other one just kind of be. Obviously, everybody needs their space. It's not healthy to be clingy. But lately, it definitely feels like there's a lot more haters than there are friends, which sucks. I really wish I could just go back to being a kid and go back to being in elementary school where literally my whole entire purpose is to make friends and go on play dates. Life was so much easier then. What's your favorite color? Purple. Oh my God, mine too. We're best friends. Now it's like, are you a Democrat or a Republican? It really is true, though. You really have to, like, interview people nowadays because people don't tell you who they are up front. They hide that shit. They hide it deep, deep, deep down. And sometimes it takes years for them to really show you their true colors. But I can read people like a fucking book. Like, I'm really good at reading people's character. And in the past, it has been both beneficial and hurtful to me. There have been instances where a new person was introduced to the friend group, and right off the bat, I got an icky feeling about them. I tried telling my friends, hey, this person's no good. You need to be careful with this person. And they, of course, took that as, well, you're just jealous because we like them more than you, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward 3 months, and this bitch slashes 3 of their fucking tires, you know, steals one of their fucking cars. Like, she was bad news, and I called it from the beginning, and after she fucked them all over, they all tried coming back to me like, oh, blah, blah, and it's like, too little too late, you guys. You showed me your true fucking colors. You showed me you did not give a single fucking shit about me or the friendship that I gave you. So, bye. Same thing happened with another really, really, really close friend of mine. She was the very first friend that I made when I had moved to Cedar Rapids, and we became like sisters. We were with each other, like we were inseparable. And we had I'd say like a decent 5-year friendship. And then like around year 6, I started to see her true colors, which was she used me for everything she fucking could. I was always bringing booze over. And like, don't get me wrong, there were times where I was broke and she would buy the drinks too, but there was a lot more give than take on my end. She was doing a lot more of the taking and I was doing a lot more of the giving. And it got to the point where I literally helped her start her business. I built her a website. I got her my employee discount on all of these hosting, and like, I did so many things for her. And I never even once told her I wanted to be paid for it. I was doing it because she was my friend. She never once said thank you. She never once gave me credit. She never once acknowledged the fact that I went out of my way and spent months doing this for her. And then she just wanted to turn around and act like I was ungrateful, like I was the crazy one. And I just had enough. I grew a backbone and I said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of you taking advantage of my friendship, and I'm done with it. And I have not talked to her since. And as much as it breaks my heart, my life is better for it. And that is, I just realized, a running theme in my friendships. As much as it breaks my heart, I have to let them go. That's really uncomfortable to say out loud. Anyway, I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say about friends and, you know, whether you feel they're good or bad. I did set up an email. It's talking@taylortalking.com. So feel free to send me an email. What do you feel about friendship? What are your opinions? What are your thoughts? Give me all the, sweet gossip. And I want to talk about it later on another episode. That's talking@taylortalking.com. And while we're plugging things, you should also go to TikTok and follow taylor.talking, Taylor.talking, Taylor.talking. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers because I really, 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 really want to do a live podcast. I think it would be so much fun for you guys to actually see Drew and I working like in person, because it's one thing to hear us, but then to see the buffoonery that goes on with it, it's a whole other thing. Yeah, Taylor.talking, go follow me. I do also have an Instagram, but all of my social media information is on my website, which is taylortalking.com. All of the podcast episodes are also on there, so you can get caught up if you haven't already. All right. I'm done with the senseless plugging now. Hi, Drew. Welcome to the Taylor Talking podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
We should probably just start calling this the Taylor and Drew Talking podcast.
No, I don't want to. I'm just a guest, a regular guest.
A regular guest.
Yeah.
A permanent guest.
No, a regular guest. Like, I don't have to be on every episode.
Oh.
I just happen to have been on every episode so
far. Yeah. So, like the ones where I talk about Bravo shows, you don't want to be on those ones?
I'd like to chime in on some of that stuff.
Guess what? I have more Scandival tea.
Oh, God.
Okay, so they just started filming for season 11. Tom is still filming. And Raquel, whatever, her legal team is working on a contract for her to potentially come back.
That is a really fucked up group of friends. You were talking about friends earlier.
So, even more tea, the Schwartz and Sandy's bar that the two Toms opened up. Apparently, because of all this Scandival shit, nobody at that place likes him. Like, the whole place is only still there and running because they all like Tom Schwartz. And word on the street is they're trying to buy Tom Sandoval out of his contract.
I don't know what that means.
It means they're trying to take the Sandys out of Schwartz and Sandys.
Oh, so basically, this guy, I don't want to, like, I don't know the guy. I don't really feel one way or the other on what he did. I mean, I think the whole premise is fucking crazy to begin with, that you would film your life and put yourself out there.
So
And
you think the fact that he cheated on his 10-year girlfriend is like no big deal?
I didn't say that. But shit like that happens all the time, and unfortunately, as hurtful or painful as it is for everybody who's involved with it, yeah, I mean, to put it out there on the internet and on live TV or whatever for people to see. Hopefully the guy is able to handle all this stuff and it doesn't take a sideways turn for him. Because even though he did fuck up, we all fuck up. And
Oh, shut up. I'm not trying to have you make people feel bad for Tom Sandoval.
all right, all right, but, like mental health, just
Fuck him. He did it
Okay.
to himself.
I get what he did. Wait a minute. All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm super excited for the next season. Yeah. And like, I just can't wait. Anyways, so today's episode, we're talking about friendship.
Yeah.
Speaking of friendship, that group,
Exactly,
yeah.
Jesus.
So you heard a little bit what I was saying before, and I obviously do not have a lot of good experience with friendships. I kind of sounded like a negative Nancy.
I caught a little bit of it, not all of it. So, yeah, I could see that.
So I want to get the male perspective on like friends and friendship, and yeah, because like I feel like friendship between guys is a lot easier than friendship between girls.
I mean, obviously I'm not a woman, so
That's why I want your perspective.
I'll say this. I mean, like, your interactions, it's been a weird thing in the last 10 years. I'll say it. Okay, so like you guys have the Real Housewives of whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And
Bravo, everything Bravo,
whatever.
yeah.
So, and that definitely highlights and some bad friendships, bad human interactions.
Absolutely, yeah.
But on the other side of stuff for like guys, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh,
The UFC.
yeah. So on our side of stuff, we have like, the UFC and guys just beating each other up.
Yeah.
And,
Not like that's much better.
Yeah. So I think it's all negative. I think, yeah, people need to be nicer to each other just in general.
It's a way to keep the vibrations low.
Yeah. But for guys, for our friendships, I'll just talk about mine. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, my friendships have changed quite a bit over the past, ever since you leave high school and you
Right,
start growing
exactly.
up. Because you're forced, you're almost forced into making friends in school, right? You have to go to school
Like
at least.
that's literally what you're there for.
Yeah, and so hopefully most people fall into some type of a group. Even though as messed up as that is, people
clique, yeah.
people identify that way, and I'm not saying it's good. It could be bad, but after you leave school, whether you go on to college or in my case, I did not do that.
I did not either.
So yeah, as far as friendships go, you're really just out there wandering around, running into different groups of people that you really might have nothing in common with. So
Yeah.
good things happen, bad things happen. Like
People that you wouldn't normally be seen with.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll say this: for me growing up, I'm coming up on 39 years old. So
Woo! His birthday's in a couple of weeks.
yeah, I've changed a lot. Matured. Took me a little bit longer than some people, but I'm getting there.
Hey, same thing here, man. Same thing
Yeah.
here.
And
I
so-
didn't even start actually legit taking care of myself until I got divorced. Like, that was the first time I had ever actually had to be on my own.
Yeah, and I think for me, that started a lot earlier. I kind of had a similar situation. As soon as I graduated high school, I moved to Florida, and I, didn't know. I knew a couple people down there, some people that I had worked with. They were older, but they had offered me a job and a place to stay. So I took the opportunity and I took off. Made a lot of really bad friends down in Florida. So
Easy to do there.
yeah, but I guess what I was getting to is with age and maturity, I think, and you have your life is different. So when you're young, friendships are all you have. You don't have a house, you don't have a huge bank account.
I
You know, you
still
don't
don't have a house or a
Yeah.
huge bank account.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's your social life really is all that you have.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of working on their career or at their job and
Finding
trying
themselves,
trying
yeah.
to save up money for whatever, you know, it is. And now that I'm older, you know, now I kind of have a career and I'm looking at buying a house, and there's other things that I'm focused on, not just who's doing what this weekend. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I've noticed for me as far as what I'm willing to put up with from a friend, how far I'm willing to follow them down whatever path they're trying to lead me. Now it's just like, I'm good. You know, back in the day, I would do anything for my bros, you know, but yeah, you have people that you put a lot of time and effort into and really care, and sometimes it just
For what? Yeah.
it just doesn't work out, and I don't want to say it bitters you. It just
it
learn.
bittered me, so yeah.
No, I mean, I just learned from it. I just learned that you can't control anybody but yourself. So, I mean, all the expectations you might have from a friend or a potential friend or whatever, sometimes you just got to put it in check sometimes and realize, like, people are people and they're going to do what they do, and you really have no control over what they do. So,
See, that sucks because, like, I just want them to care about me as much as I care about them. Like,
that is the problem. It's you want things to be equal, and you want to feel like you know everything is on the level, and yeah,
you want a friend.
Yes. Well, and I don't know. There's a part of me that over the years has gotten less. I don't want to say greedy, but like, yeah, I just don't expect as much as I used to. Like, I've got friends. I'm not going to say anything specific, but
I'm not gonna call anybody out.
no, I'm not going to do that. Not, you know, but there's a couple friends who, yeah, their bad habits, you know, I put up with for a long time and tried to help them, and I rationalized kind of some stuff for them, but after a while, it was like, I'm not going anywhere. You're holding me at this level, and I can't go up.
Right.
Because,
Friends need to grow
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, I want my friends to succeed. I want my friends and I to, like, grow together. But lately, it just feels like everybody, like, nobody gives a shit about what I do, and it feels like everybody just wants me to fail, and the fact that I keep succeeding is apparently, like, pissing people off.
Well, I'm sure that's true because.
Oh my gosh, our dog is so talkative
Stop.
today.
Stop.
So, let's seg for a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about what is going on this weekend.
What?
Just like,
That was an awkward transition.
I needed to lighten it up. I've been talking really, like, negatively. So we're going to move on to a fun subject.
Okay.
So Drew has a fun surprise planned for us this weekend.
It's a secret.
It is a secret.
So how are we going to talk about it?
I was just going to say that I was really looking forward to it, and that you seem to be also.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. This is something, I don't know, it's been on the whiteboard. It's been
Yeah.
on the schedule for quite a while. I think probably 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
And I'll say that the reason why I'm so excited about it is because it has nothing to do with me. It is all you.
What?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a BravoCon going on or something?
No. I mean, I love you, but not that
Not
much.
that much.
I would fucking, dude, I'd drop you off. I would,
Bye, honey.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a few
Yep,
hours.
I'd be-
Here's some spending money.
I wouldn't even do that. I'll be your Uber.
Ruthless.
That's about it. I'll be your Uber. No, it's not that, honey.
Gotcha.
I have a little bit of self-respect. Just a little bit.
Okay.
But good guess. That was a good guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So.
It'll be a nice little getaway.
Yeah, I think I kind of overheard what you said earlier, so I'm not nervous. I did fine. I'm cool. Like,
That's what I said. Like, you're usually pretty good when it comes to the surprises. Like, last time you did something like this, we ended up staying in, like, a super bougie suite at a casino that had, like, a jacuzzi tub in the room.
yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
Sorry, one of my friends. like,
Yeah, except you
ruined
bought
that
your
night.
friend. Yeah, you invited your friend with us, which kind of, but it was still fun after they
Yeah.
left. I mean, even when they were there, it was fun. After they left, it was more fun.
Yeah. No, it'll be good. So hopefully you'll have a positive update for everybody on the next podcast.
I'm sure you guys will see all about it on TikTok.
Oh shit! Yeah, you will. I'm sure. Oh shit! I forgot about that.
You did? How did you forget? I'm like addicted to it.
Yeah, and I'm not. I don't have it. So
no.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely watch TikToks because like you see them online.
Yeah.
But like you don't like scroll aimlessly for hours on the TikTok app.
No, I don't have an account, so I refuse.
I used to be just like you, you know. I used to be so anti-TikTok. I was like, people need to stop sending me their stupid fucking TikTok videos. I'm not going to fucking watch them. And then Patrick was like, Taylor, come on, just do it. Like, you'd be so good at it. Come on, do it. Blah, 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 blah. And at this time was when I decided I was going to do, like, a vlog of me going and cooking through the 1990s New York Times bestseller cookbook.
Yeah, it started out innocent enough.
Yeah, it started out super innocent.
It did.
Fast forward 3 years, here I am talking about how mentally ill and fucking psychotic I am.
Well, that's why we're gonna that's why we're doing what we're doing this weekend.
Yes,
so it's something nice to kind of get a break away from some stuff, and maybe you'll make some new friends. Oh,
what?
Shit!
Oh my god! I just got way more excited.
Yeah. So I am happy to hear that you are excited.
Yeah.
as well.
Ow! I just hit the table. That's how excited I am. I'm gonna make friends. What could it fucking be?
I said you could. There was no guarantee.
I know. But what could it be?
See, already I'm like, you tricked me. I've given away.
I still have no fucking clue.
Well, good. Let's keep it that way.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Do you want to get back to Friends?
yeah, let's do that.
All right. I'm gonna have one more thing to wrap up with the guys, just because that's kind of where we started at.
We don't have to wrap up. We can talk more about it.
Just my perspective, and then maybe we can compare. I don't know, but my guys, I think, are much simpler creatures.
Yes.
Yeah, we operate on a very base level most times, but you know, friends. I have friends who have had really bad experiences with their friends, and I've watched that. I'm pretty chill. Like, I don't...
You've got, like, super chill friends, too. Like, you got a couple of crazy ones, but, like, not, like, stab you in the back, fuck you over crazy.
No, yeah. I've got some friends that, you know,
they just mess up their own lives.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
About, like, you know, my group of friends. And that's changed, too, because we moved recently.
Right.
You know, a year ago, we moved over to Des Moines. I'm originally from Burlington, Iowa, and I don't know, about 8 years ago, I moved from there up to Iowa City and was in Iowa City for 8 years. Made some new friends, you know, kind of fell out of touch with some other friends. So yeah, my circle of friends has definitely gotten smaller.
Same.
And, but it's, like I said, guys are different, you know, especially me. I mean, I don't know if I'm especially independent or able to be alone. Don't need to, I could go a long time without talking to a friend and I would be perfectly okay. Doesn't mean it's super healthy.
Right.
I'm just different in that way. And I think, you know, there's guy friends I have that I haven't spoken to them or called them on the phone in 5 years. But if I ran into them at the supermarket or however it would go down, you just start right back up. You know, there's different kinds of friends. So.
I used to have a lot of friends, which is kind of crazy. And I'm going to kind of get spiritual and weird.
Oh, yeah.
I had a lot of friends, and then I bought crystals to help redirect with the course of my life, and I lost a lot of friends.
It's an interesting connection you have there.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna kind of get spiritual about it. Like I kind of went through a whole little like a spiritual awakening in the past 3 years, and in turn, I lost a lot of people I used to hang out with. Because we just, like you were saying earlier, we're just not in the same place in our lives. Like, there's still partying, drugs every night, going out, fucking strangers. And I'm like, you know, I work from 8 to 4. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. And, like, it sucks because I do still want to, like... I forget the girl that sings the song, but there's a song, I'm in my good girl era, but I still feel bad. And that is literally how I feel right now.
Oh, no.
Like, I am
no.
in the best place in my life I've ever been. I have a good job. I'm in a great relationship. We live in a really good place. Like, I just got a new car. This is, like, the most stable I've ever been. But, like, I still want to be a little club rat.
Oh, God. Jesus. It's always good to know. I mean...
I don't think I ever could.
What the fuck,
I don't know. I was on a lot of drugs when I was in the club, so that's why, like, I don't think I ever could again. Because doing that without all the drugs just does not seem fun.
Yeah. And you have a good job that you have to, like...
I know!
You have to get up and go to work the next morning.
I know. Like, I can't just go out until 4 in the morning.
You just gotta acknowledge that I'm not that person anymore.
But I still, I don't want that person to not be there.
Well, we still... All right, we still have fun.
Oh, I'm not saying we don't have fun.
But you just would rather...
You know, every now and then, maybe just, like, bring home a dime bag of Coke. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my
I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ. Wait, when was the last time you went to the White House, Taylor?
It was probably... Honestly, I had... The first summer, like, when we moved here last year, I wasn't a full-blown club rat, but I was dipping my toe back in. I didn't get crazy, but I definitely partook in some recreational things. I told you.
Did you think I meant White House? I was saying White House is like slang for doing coke.
Yeah. Is that not what you meant? Oh my God.
I was referencing the news story about the baggie of coke that was recently found in the White House.
I thought that was like slang for
no, but it could be. I was like, she just glossed over that whole thing.
What's going on? I don't read the fucking news. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well, let's back up.
Here we go. Let's hear it.
So yeah, there was a baggie of coke found in the West Wing of the White House.
I bet it was Mrs. Biden's.
Dude, that's funny. That's what a lot of people say.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no. So anyway, back to Friends.
No, I want to keep talking about this baggie of coke.
Yeah, it's been a story for, I don't know, like a week now. I think it happened right.
How have I not seen anything on TikTok for it?
I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
I hope you do now. Let me talk.
Yeah, let's talk about it so the algorithm comes up. Yeah.
Seriously. So like, I think it was July 2nd. So right before the holiday, the Secret Service found the news reports say dime-sized bag.
Bro, it's probably
of
like
coke.
an ounce.
Well, I don't know, man. The people have been, or the press has been asking the White House press secretary questions about it for an entire week, and you just have to look it up on the internet. They're like, so where'd the baggie come? She's like, I can't talk about it. It's the Secret Service, but the Secret Service is going to do DNA and fingerprint analysis on it.
Oh, shit.
So they're going to find out who it is, I'm sure. If they don't, that would be highly suspect.
No, if they don't find out, it's because somebody fucking finished the baggie.
Maybe it belongs to someone who is important and has the last name Biden.
Yeah, you think it's Hunter's?
Wouldn't that be something?
Hunter selling coke to his mom.
I don't fucking know whose it was. It's just another like, what the fuck is going on?
Does it really surprise you that there's cocaine at the White House?
No, definitely not. I think
presidents have probably been doing rails in the Oval Office since like the 1800s.
I could see that.
Literally, just... All right, what's the next order up for business? Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe we should cut that out. That's funny. Anyways, so yeah, I used to have a really bad cocaine addiction, but I don't anymore. I do not. I'm a sober Betty now when it comes to hard drugs.
Yeah. Well, we can always have those dreams, right? Just fantasize about being 21 again, out in the clubs.
Dude, it's crazy that like I survived. I don't know. I'm baffled that I never like OD'd.
Well, I'm really glad you didn't, and I'm glad you got away from all
I
of
am
that.
too, for sure. Cause yeah, it was a problem.
Red flags going up.
I know,
red
right?
flags everywhere. Yeah. I look like a fucking moped over here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, we're good now.
All right. Well, you need to hang out with your friend Patrick.
I know.
Yeah. Patrick's. Let's get back to friends. So, of your friends, you have some good friends. So,
I do. Like, I know I was being like a negative Nancy, but like, it's really just because like the friends that I do have don't live here. Like Grant, Patrick, those are some of my very two best friends, but they live in Cedar Rapids. We live in Des Moines.
Yeah.
And I do still like my girlfriend Brandy. I mentioned her earlier. She lives here in Des Moines, so it's been really awesome getting to reconnect with her again.
Yeah, I mean, good friends are once you have them, they stay.
Yeah.
So it's good people who actually are doing.
Oh my god, our cat and our dog are being so fucking cute right now. I'm sorry, but like Kiki's face she's laying in the sun and it's all squinty and happy and it's like super fucking cute.
They're friends.
They're the best of friends. And Kiki did not like Tito at first. She was not a fan. She whooped his ass good for the first few months. And then they just became the best of friends.
I don't know. I think Kiki uses him. I don't think Kiki's as good of a friend as Tito is. Tito's a dog and he's a man, so he's an idiot.
So basically, Tito is me in this situation, and Kiki is all of my previous friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Tito's just a big, will you play with me? And she's
Do you
like,
love me?
Yeah, and Kiki's more like, I will if it serves my needs.
You're in my sunspot, so I'll play with you until you move, and then I'm gonna lay down.
She beats him up a little bit.
Literally punches the shit out of him.
I honestly think that she uses him to work out, like to stay fit.
Yeah, she could. She totally could. Because, yeah, they chase each other. He gets the zoomies, and she'll chase him. It's funny.
And then she's got her cat tower, so when she's done, she just
climbs
jumps
up top.
and just is like,
Neener, neener, neener.
Yep, she's a bad friend.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, we need to get Patrick on the show because, God, can you imagine that?
That'd be awesome.
It'd be a shit show in all of the best ways.
I'd never get back on.
I know! Patrick, you're going to move in with us so you can be on the podcast.
Oh, I forgot. Patrick is probably going to listen to this.
Oh, absolutely. He's
That's
going to
awesome.
listen to this. Hi, Patrick.
Miss you, buddy.
Oh, good stuff. So let me ask you this. Like, as a girl,
Oh, God.
making friends is usually pretty easy. Because, like, you go to the bathroom and some bitch is like, oh my god, I love your shirt. And you're like, thanks, it has pockets. And boom, you're friends.
Yep.
What is it like for men?
Dude, we don't talk. Especially, I don't know. It's usually for me, it's laughter. So, like, make, I don't know, a joke.
Yeah.
So,
Something to break the ice.
yeah. Because I have to meet new people all the time for my job. Like, and these are peers, but my interaction is usually they're an instructor. So, I don't want to say like you know what I mean? Like I have to teach them or train them or certify them on something. And so this could be someone who's younger than me, my age, older than me.
Yeah.
And so I really try to find a way to kind of put everybody at ease or at least to get them to like me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something I've done my entire life. I've always been a goof off. I was class clown, like
Same.
voted class clown in high school. And I mean, ever since I started going to school, I was always trying to get people to like me by making them laugh or doing something silly. So
Not much has changed.
no, it hasn't. And I don't know if I'm good at it, but it seems to be working. I don't know. But yeah, that's for guys. I think a lot of guys, that's something they want that's an angle they take if they want somebody to like open up or get the conversation going, crack a joke.
Yeah.
Because we don't make comments like, really like your belt buckle, man. Like, I mean, not saying you guys don't say that, but some guys are going to be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
why'd you say that?
Especially in the bathroom.
Yeah, so-
They're gonna be like, "Are you fucking hitting on me,
Yeah,
bro?"
guys are, yeah, they're a lot. They play it close to the chest a lot. They're not out there
It's like, "Oh, you drink Coors? Cool, me too."
yeah. So I think that's how a lot of guys do it. That or, showing off like doing something badass, and then
Well, a lot of my guy friends, they play video games, so a lot of them have made friends that way. Like I have a buddy that has a friend that he made through an Xbox game that lives like on the other side of the country, and they ended up like actually meeting in person and like literally a lifelong friend.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. No exam. I mean, there's people that I've talked to like through email and over the phone, and then finally met, and it was like, okay, we actually, like, we could be friends,
right?
Even though we've had these cordial conversations. Like, sometimes you meet people after that, and you're like, you're kind of a douche. But anyway,
you sounded way cooler on paper. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's way harder to make friends nowadays than it was for our parents. Because people are way shittier nowadays than they were when our parents were kids, in my opinion.
I think, yeah.
We didn't have the internet, or they didn't have the internet, they didn't have social media.
Everything was so much smaller.
And simpler.
And you relied on people in your community.
Right.
Now you can just order out. You can get
DoorDash. Yeah.
Somebody you'll never see ever again.
Right.
Or,
Uber. Yeah.
Amazon brings everything to you, and everything was a lot smaller. Just smaller communities. But they still that's something that was pressed on them. I mean, my mom, she's 70. She'll be 73 here. Still writes me letters because that's just how they used to do things. And we used to have family reunions. They were a big thing for us when I was growing up. But as the older generation kind of passes away, and all that stuff is just kind of not there anymore because of social media and Facebook and all that stuff.
Everybody, yeah.
So I think that just creates a false sense of
family
closeness. You can message each other, but I don't know. I think it's good. I mean, it's helped me stay in touch with some of my friends from high school, so I can't say it's bad, but I don't think it's a substitute for actual interactions, with the people around you in the community you live with. So
definitely not
making friends in, outside of your original friend group or where you live I think is a really good way to feel comfortable somewhere.
That's why, sometimes I hate that I don't work in an office anymore, because, I don't get to see my coworkers. I just, basically either type to them, or maybe we'll, video chat in a meeting or something, but, it's not the same.
Sometimes that can be good or bad. It's a social interaction that you don't get anymore. I do get it. I have an office that I go to work at, but sometimes your employees can really get on your nerves.
Hey, I understand that. I work from home, and sometimes my coworkers still get on my nerves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily you can hit the mute button or close their window.
Yeah.
But no, it's something that I do feel lucky that I still get to do is go out and I do meet a lot of people. So yeah, I still have yet to make real friends over here. I know some people that I've known for years that live over here, but we've never been close.
More of acquaintances.
Yeah, we've met up with one of my friends, Adonis,
a
couple times.
He's cool people.
He's an old school friend from Burlington. Good guy, but there's other people that I've met. So I, rollerblading, I rollerblade, aggressive inline skating, whatever. Skate park, ramps, grinding rails, and all that crap. So I've been doing it for a long time. It's a pretty small community here in Iowa. So I've met several people from all across Iowa years ago and have known them for years. And some of them live here, but even though they live here, I don't think I'm going to reach out and try to be like, hey, man, you want to go get a burger? It's just... That's kind of our thing is rollerblading. So it's worked. I don't really want to blend, I don't know how to explain it. It's it's working the way it is. If I see you at the skate park.
Don't fix it if it's not broken.
Yeah, if I see you at the skate park and, you're there, I'm there, of course, we're going to hang out and chill. But I'm not going
to text you and be like, hey.
I'm not to that point yet. Maybe I will be, but I don't know. I've just got, like I said, there's all this other stuff that I'm focused on. And I don't know. Friends will come when they come. So I just...
Yeah. I'm like, I need them now.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, I mean, it's a little easier for you to start that process. For me, if we go out somewhere, so let's look at it realistically. Sometimes when we go out places, we go downtown here in Des Moines, we go to places that some of them are more aimed towards your
Crowd,
style of fun, and sometimes we go to places that are kind of neutral that I don't feel out of place at all. There's some places where,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, I'm trying to hang in there. I know we're there so you can, have some fun.
Because I need to dance.
Exactly. You can meet people and, sometimes people come up and talk to me, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't put out a huge effort. I'll be nice and I'll talk to people, but
you don't have like resting bitch face, yeah.
I try not to.
I do. I have really bad resting bitch face. Oh, friends, you can't live with them and you can't live without them. Well, on that note.
Hold on. I got some more to talk about.
Okay.
So this is just interesting because we were talking about this literally right before I got on the podcast. So for a number of reasons, I decided to dig back through my old social media history.
Oh, God.
And basically it's because there's a movie that just came out recently. It's called Sound of Freedom. It's about child trafficking. And I know, some of you might have heard of this thing. Some of you might have your ideas about it, but it is about child trafficking. And it's a major fucking problem in the world. So we've all talked about Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody kind of acknowledges that.
All right, get to the friendship part.
Okay, so the reason I went back through my social media is because back when, right before Donald Trump was elected or after he was elected, there was the whole outrage at the southern border about kids in cages and separating families. And part of that was trying to make sure that people knew that these kids were with their families and not being trafficked. So I said something about it on social media back when it was happening. A lot of people did. And I just remembered that a lot of my friends were trashing me on, I tried to say something and they would just gang up on me kind of. So I went back and looked that all up. And some of the comments I saw from some of my still good friends, like we're still great friends. I just had my 20th high school reunion last year, went to it. These are the same people that I was hugging, congratulating, all that stuff. When I went back and looked at it, some of these comments, I'm like, why am I still friends with you? But we are. And it's just, that's one last thing I want to say. Like, I think a lot of us kind of need to not grow a thicker skin, but just be more forgiving with people and what they're going through and what they might say to you, if you're friends. So, yeah, that was something. I mean, some of the stuff I was like, holy crap, I can't believe they said that to me and I'm still talking to them because, if it had happened face to face, I don't think it would have been the case. But
power of the keyboard.
Yeah, everybody is going through stuff, and that's another thing. I think we need to be more forgiving and more understanding and not just put people into boxes. If you support this, fuck you. You need to
cancel culture.
Yeah, just kind of try to really get to the bottom of why people might be doing what they're doing, and don't just write them off right away. So that was the last thing I wanted to add.
That's a good note to end on.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks, Drew. All right, guys. You know what to do. Go to TikTok and follow Taylor.talking or go to TaylorTalking.com and follow me on all of my socials. And thanks for listening, okay? Thanks. Love you. Bye.